Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Good evening, 5-kilometer circuit. It's skinny, it's quick, and maybe a little bit of rain in the forecast here for us this evening. My name is Sean Stam, and well, I'd like to start the broadcast out by thanking each and every one of you joining me here on tonight. We know that you got lots that you could be doing, but coming to watch some sim racing here, these drivers that you've seen all season compete and take it nose in, nose out. Well, here we are. Stone Colby gonna slap it on the pole with wet track conditions. Lots of these drivers qualified in wet tires. Thiago P. de Lima will be right there beside him. P2, Nico Colby, Ali Haxe. P4, Daniel Higgins, Jake Steckler, Slater Colby, Joe Rainey, Amethyst Reese, Darren Colby, Stephen Shakespeare, Brandon Birch, Robert Schweckler, Jason Holcomb, Warren Johnson will round out that top 15. Okay, this is, oh, there's Sean Stam down there. No, that's just, I'm not racing here tonight, believe me. Just up here producing and commentating. Of course, got you guys there in the director's chair in YouTube chat. Let me know anything that you would like changed, or just would like to hear from anybody. Little weather report. Let me know you got it. Speaking of weather, it's a great track temperature, but oof, we got some more rain coming in the last 5 to 10 minutes of this 35-minute sprint here at Cadwell Park. Again, this, if you've never been here, this is a twisty. Oh, it's straight out of hell. It looks like a go-kart track. If it had a baby with maybe a British forest, it's such balance, but it's going to be pretty tricky keeping that balance with these wet track conditions. Sir, the track will dry out, but right when that track dries out, I believe it will just continue to get a bit more damp with the weather conditions that will ensue, as here we have drivers rolling for a little short pace lap here. Stone Colby, Thiago P. de Lima. Shout out Thiago. He was in the GT4 versus NASCAR League, my own, that's Laguna Seca last Saturday. Get this, he hopped right in the NASCAR, just bought it, and well, drove that thing up to victory lane, beating those GT4s, really talented drivers coming in as well. So I think Thiago P. de Lima will be my kind of one to watch here today, as you can see just how skinny this track is. It's paired with these wet track conditions. We're going to get into the nitty gritty right when the green flag drops. Here we come into the longer straightaway. This is the start finish straightaway. Get ready, folks. GR86 coming at you live. Green flag is out. Here we go into turn one. Oh, Stone Colby, Thiago P. de Lima, how many times have we seen this season? If you're a driver here just in the spray, you're looking at pretty much a white wall as we head up the hill. Already a driver around, that's the 77. Gonna keep things rolling up front. That looks like Joe Rainey, Brandon Birch going around. That did not take long, as the track already is super tough, and we have this element of moisture here tonight. What do you do? Where do you go? How hard do you push? As here comes Slater Colby down the inside of Daniel Higgins. It's a little bit of contact, but we're going to keep it going. Try and stay off that paint, drivers. Stay off those rumble strips. It will be even. more slick than the racing line that's already rubbered up. Going to keep things rolling here for the front battle. I mean, Stone Colby so far going to hold off Thiago P. de Lima. Got Nico Colby, who's started P3, and then Daniel Higgins making his way. Is Slater Colby going off the track? No! Slater finishing P2, our last GR86 race at Indy Road Course, and unfortunately he's going to go off track here. Daniel Higgins having a really nice run already. He's already gained a spot, and he's looking good even up in the rain. Here we go to the top of the hill. This is when it's going to get really slicey and dicey. One driver could end up taking out all of them as we head up the hill. We're going to keep things clean, though. Here's Robert Schweckler getting a little tap from Slater as he's going to end up saving his Toyota GR86. 230 horsepower going to these rear wheels, and sure, you have these traction control adjustments. You have, really, that's just about it. These Toyota GR86s. So we hop on board with Slater Colby here. He's lost 3 spots since the start of the race. Robert here right in front of him, our biggest mover so far. But these, you would think, even in the wet weather tires, you'd think it's fairly easy to handle. This car with, it's fairly light. It's got kind of a lot of, or not too much horsepower compared to that weight ratio. And I mean, you'd think it would be just a little bit more easier to control in the rain. It's really not. Here's Jake Steckler making a move, going to go wide on exit. Here comes Jake Steckler, Ali Akse, to make the pass on Jake, hopefully so. We're going to be side by side down the twisty, windy, long right-hander that never seems to end into the hard left-hander. Back down the hill. And this is looking out the back bumper of Ali Akse here on Daniel Higgins. Daniel Higgins up in front of this battle. I'm surprised that, well, Thiago, he's cut down the gap, but still not really looked to make a pass. Or right as I said that, just about knocked down one of the bollards heading up the hill here at Cadwell Park. Oh, I may have spoke too soon here. That Loomis Cloud Toyota GR86 of Thiago. It's, don't count him out just yet. He is still right on the back bumper. Some late joiners here in the driver cam, so I'll adjust that real quick. But here we have what we normally see, the triple Colby action, and then Thiago here, we're actually looking out of his front bumper on the right side of the screen. He is on the bottom right. Windshield wipers are moving and grooving on that machine. Hey, I looked a lot more like Slater here. Nico, I know we can't really see his hands, but I was kind of swatting flies here in the practice session last night. So much fun. Nice to get out finally on track with you guys. And I know some off-season races are coming up. Warren planning a little bit of something where I will once again be able to get on track with you guys. Here's another Colby. Oh, Colby on Colby action. Slater gonna turn his dad around. Uh-oh. Get the belts out. Oh, no. Okay. Well, that didn't, let's see what transpired here. This is heading down that little back straightaway that we have, and I think Slater just misjudging it there, kind of moved to the inside where Darren still was and just going to tag him around. Darren obviously not going to be too happy with his boy, but and keep things going at no harm, no foul, except for the pace. Ali Akse on Daniel Higgins' back bumper. Man, real quick, shout out Daniel Higgins. He's run this Dynaco machine this whole season. The number 95, of course it's got to be, and he's having a great run here today. Up a spot since the start of the race. Looking out of his back bumper here as he's going to try and hold off Ali Akse for P4 at Cadwell Park. 5 minutes down, 30 to go. Oh, Daniel Higgins fighting that back bump, or fighting it in the mirror. Oh, as he's going to get a little loose there coming up out of turn 1. Hanging on to it. Able to hold off that number 19 right now. Amethyst Reese making a pass on Slater Colby. She's having herself a great night so far, up to P8, also up a spot on the race. Rob, we see you there in YouTube chat. This track looks brutal. Believe me, that is a little bit of an understatement as, right as I mentioned it, Robert Schweckler going to go around the 235. And to show you just how brutal it is, let's hop on board with them, see what happens. Ooh, I mentioned that earlier in the broadcast. Just hits the rumble strips, and painted as well, and not too much grip here in the wet. This track is already a rough as it is in the dry. Hang on to her. Robert able to lock that puppy down. Thiago P. de Lima. Okay, well, Stone Colby. This is what just happened. I was gonna say I was just looking at the old graphics and scoring Stone. Oh man, it took him a second to get that car going. Here's a look, see what happened. He's trying to hold off Thiago P. de Lima. This is heading up the hill. The left-hander, it's going to go into a sharp right-hander. That's all it takes. I was doing that in the dry. Oh, and then Stone Colby really has to pull in Austin Powers here to... Oh, really not too bad. These cars continue to get around him. You hate that for Colby, bro, as he's now going to try and get around Nico Colby, but you love it if you're a Brazilian fan. Thiago P. de Lima out front. And for everybody that's not in the 86 Challenge Sim League Discord, if I had a picture of it right now, Thiago, he was making some setup adjustment on his sim setup and ended up, I think his monitor fell and face planted on his direct drive wheel, and oh yeah, that was not good. He was quick to replace the monitor though, and back in action, almost like it didn't even affect him. We take a real quick look at the points. I know it's not the graphic we're used to, but speaking of Thiago P. de Lima, he's leading us in the points. He didn't even win any road last week, excuse me, the 86 Challenge Sim League, but he has been up there, won so many races with this Monday Night Sim Series. He's got quite a hold on the points, but Slater, well, him and Slater, also Stone, really have a hold on the points, and then you start to get their P4, Nico Colby, Robert Schweckler, Daniel Higgins, Jake Warren, Jason Jen, and Nathaniel J. Redmond. 10th there in the points. While we're going over some points, a big name here in the series, Nico Colby. He's going to have a bit of an incident here in the wet. And if you're just now joining us, the rain is coming in just about 25 minutes time from now, or 20 minutes from now. Looking at the radar app on my phone, Nico Colby trying to open up the entry there. Just goes a little bit wider. It's even a little too deep. Ali Kasey having a incident of... or Ali Oxy, excuse me, having an incident of themselves. Track is so narrow, and Daniel Higgins with nice evasive action. Oh, I love it. Let's hop on board with Daniel and see what he saw. This is how fast things happen here in the wet. Even in these Toyota GR86s, only 230 horsepower. Excellent evasive action there out of Daniel Higgins, number Dynaco 95. Hopping back on board with Thiago here real quick. He's got a little bit of a gap brewing here over Nico Colby, who's made his way up back to P2 after his slight incident earlier on. Taking a look at the lap times between the two, though, man, it's Thiago. He's running on the rumble strips all over the paint, making it look like it's not even that big of a deal. The real battle is brewing here for P2. Nico Colby going to start trying to play some defense on his brother Stone Colby, and Darren Colby has made his way up to P8 now. The track is starting to, you can see the mist. It's not as really bad as it was at the start of the race, but here, just about 10-15 minutes time from now. Expect some rain to start to fall once again. Our one driver on dry tires, never mind, he's coming in and taking wets now as we speak, Robert Schweckler, 15th place. Daniel Higgins, he's moving on up, but's gonna have to start to play some defense in his rearview mirrors. Here comes Ali Oxy. And then Joe Rainey, I saw, just made a move for P11 on Jason Holcomb. Nice move back there. Love this track. I just now bought it for this series and was running some practice with you guys here yesterday. That was such a blast. It's, I don't know. In the wet, though, it is not anything that I would be looking forward to. And these drivers running as close as they are, trying to push the cars, especially as much as they are. It's quite a spectacle to be seen. I know it really doesn't show it outside of the car, but when we hop back inside the car, especially with our driver cams as well, I mean, it just goes to show, like Slater and I think Thiago here, at swatting flies here in the TR86. As we went to a quick little crank it up. Oh, we will come right back. Slater Colby going off track. Okay, well, Thiago, I was going to say, had an incident of his own. Nico Colby right now trying to hold off Stone Colby. We'll take a look at those replays just a second. This battle is going to be too hard to pass up. Really battles. Here we got Nico Colby in front of Stone. Daniel Higgins still holding off Ali Oxy. Who is going to get it done here besides Thiago P. De Lima? We're just fighting for P2 right now. Nico Colby still trying to hold it off from Stone. And really quick, we're going to take a look at Thiago P. De Lima's incident and then see what happened Slater incident as well. Once again, heading up the hill in the wet. Oh, maybe asking a little bit too much of the car. I mentioned that. I was really surprised with how much curbs Thiago was able to get away with taking. Finally, curbs going to end up biting him, but with the gap he had, going to retain the lead on Nico Colby. Take a look at another Slater incident here. I know we caught it late on board. This is coming back down the hill, last turn of the track. I was trying to figure out if I called that right. Yeah, I believe so. Just a little bit too much wheel input to the car there, but look at this gap. Thiago P. De Lima, 13 seconds over Nico, Stone, Ali Oxy, Daniel, Amethyst, Slater. I mean, goodness gracious, this basically every driver here tonight I'm showing has had an incident at some point. Even our leader still retaining that 14-second gap. Little contact between some bros. Nico, Stone, Colby. I think Stone's going to just slot back in the draft here and then wait for maybe a move at the end of this kind of short straightaway that we have here. Rob is asking if there's a Discord link for this league. Oh my goodness gracious. You bet there is, and the rain is starting to fall. They're in, I believe that was turn 4 and 5. It's not raining in other portions of the track just yet, but as we cut to these drivers that are just now approaching it, you better believe. Oh, here we go again. This rain is falling. Rob, yes, I will get you that Discord link here just a few moments time. As here comes, oh, we got a driver off track. That's Nico Colby going off. Stone going to take the spot. Ali Oxy as well. Nico Colby drops to P4. How did it happen? Well, here's how it happened. Ooh, maybe contact or just overcorrected it there for Mr. Nico Colby as the old bathroom gets in the way there. No, that was probably a Marshall stance. We'll take one more look at it before we cut back real quick to some live. Oh, no, that was just Nico getting in a bit too deep. No contact for Stone. Speaking of Stone, he is going to have to hold off this hard charging number 19 as he's gotten around. Daniel Higgins, Nico Colby, charges his way up to P3. Only a spot gained since the start of the race, but lost a few early. Now back up to P3. This is basically what would be our battle for the lead if Thiago did not have that 18-second gap. Rain is starting to fall. We are about to lose tons of grip here in the 86 Challenge Sim League Series. Just hold on to it. Here we go. Does Ali Kasey, does he try and make a move? Nope, thinks better of it. Does not have the run just yet. And if these drivers start to get into things, the nitty-gritty just a bit too much, Nico Colby will be right there. Rob, I will get you that link right now before I forget. Alrighty, posted it there in YouTube chat. No, I'm there talking to Rob, but anybody is welcome to join this series. I think we are headed to Thruxton in the 86 Challenge Sim League multi-class series Thursday night. And then, oh, Stone's going to go around. Takes a bit too much curb, too much paint. Not going to work in the wet. I was told, we have the old replay button ready, and no kidding, here's what happens. The old number 52. Like I was saying, I was doing this in the dry yesterday, so these guys doing this in the wet, giving it their all here tonight. Well, that's I was gonna kind of mention this earlier. It's really just who is able to hold on to their car at this point, and well, Ali actually they've drove their way up. I know it says they started here P4, but they were down P7, I believe, what I saw at one point, able to make their way up. Great run, even in the wet. I know Warren was talking about it in practice last night. He thinks that we are gonna see possibly a driver that we normally don't see up kind of in the front running that could come away with this thing. And sure, well, Thiago P. de Lima, he's going to run away with it. But a driver like Ali Yaxi, who finished P9 here at the Indy Road Course just 1 week ago, it's a great run for them. It's going to help them in the points as well. So we hop on board with Mr. Warren Johnson here. You can see him fighting this wheel. Matter of fact, listen to the throttle inputs too. It is it is as much physical as it is mental. Oh, there he's giving us, I don't know if that was a little intentional weave or not, but heading up the hill, you see the puddles starting to form. Aquaplaning, hydroplaning is definitely a thing, especially the higher speeds you get. If you don't know from real life, see Warren running just a little bit off that racing line. That's what you want to do in the wet. Want to run where the rubber is not caked into the track. Oh, Warren, fighting his number 24. "15 minutes to go in the rain." You're sweating at this point if you weren't already. This is it is coming down hard, and this, I believe, is iRacing's lightest rain setting available. So, and it still is coming down, giving our drivers a pretty hard time. Even our leader still, as Thiago's going to go around. What takes 5 seconds out of his 20-second lead. Here we go. Hold on to her, buddy. If he did not keep that car straight, this could have been Ali Oxy's win here. That will definitely wake you up. Not sure what time it is down there in the old, is it same time zone as us? I don't know, but Thiago P. de Lima, that's better than coffee right there. Oh boy. There's my one oh boy used for the night, as Joe Rainey is going to have an incident. This is coming to the double right-hander off the back down the hill. Ew, just a little scrape on the wall. Oh, thankfully gets it off the racing line for, I think that was, who passed him there? Brandon Birch, I do believe. Yes, it was. As now Brandon is shown live running back behind Joe Rainey. So it looks like Joe Rainey was able to get that spot back. Joe, I do some broadcasts for him every Wednesday night. That's Apex Motor Club series. That's also a lot of fun. They raced some Mazda MX-5s. Hang on to her, Aliaxi. Raced some MX-5s last Wednesday. That was tons of fun. Saw lots of lots of drivers that we see here in the 86 Challenge Sim League show their faces over there and show their paces as well. Joe Rainey, that's a lot of fun. The rain, it's coming down here pretty hard. I don't know how these drivers are able to hang on to it. We're looking at the mist come off the back of Joe Rainey, and we'll hop on, get a driver eye cam out of Joe. Oh, as he is hard contact in the, that's the Sean and Tater curse if I've ever seen one. Gonna end up towing it to the pits. That's why it completely disappeared. That was a driver in the background of Thiago there also having an incident. Jason Holcomb, I do believe. Aliaxi once again on this really great run that they're having. No, it says only +2 spots gained, but it's been a lot more than that there in the car. Nico Colby back up to where he started. That number 16 got back up to P3. Heading back down the hill. It's not raining as hard in this section. Oh, right as I say that, it picks up. It's definitely raining harder this section of the track here. Sector 3, I believe that would be. Stone Colby was having a really nice run. Spun out from P2 earlier, dropped back to P4. Amethyst Reese. Really nice run here tonight. P5 up 4 spots since the start of the race. I'm really surprised with as much as rumble strips and paint usage that these drivers are able to get away with. As much as the rain is starting to come down here, I'm getting my umbrella out. Slater Colby dropped to, well, back to where he started, but he was running a whole lot better than that earlier in the race. Jake Steckler to P8, -2 spots since the start. That nice Red Bull paint scheme. All spec map action going on, and you guys have been hearing me. I've been talking to Rob this whole night. Rob also does some racing, some sim wrap design, so if you guys are looking for any iRacing paint schemes, be sure to hit up old Rob Edgel, Fat Rob on Discord. Brandon Birch +2 spots since the start of the race, up to P10, making his way around the track. And then Warren Johnson tied for our biggest mover of the race. Warren Johnson up to 11th place, tied with Amethyst Reese, up 4 spots in that number 24. Taking it nice and easy, still loose, no matter how easy you like to take it. Steven Shakespeare, -1 spot from where he started, that number 72, running P12. Got that Exalta paint scheme working for him. Here's Jason Holcomb, plus a spot from where he started. Joe Rainey is in the pits. So is Robert Schweckler, and Sean Stamp is there as well. How does that happen? P2, it's starting to heat up here once again. Aliaxi going to play some defense. Defense on Nico Colby. Oh, I'm not gonna, I know the sponsor, but I don't want to say the wrong. Nico's gonna hold on to it. What a save there out of Nico Colby. That is, I know I'm trying to kind of show how hard that is to do, but there's, unless you're here behind the car, behind the wheel, especially in all the spray here behind the number 19. Ooh, huge save once again. We'll hop on board with Nico here. No more motion rig for Nico Colby, as that has now gone to Darren Colby, their dad, making that the 4th Colby, and I think we still got one more Colby to go to join us. Another Colby on the way, as well as the in the real world there. So congratulations, and once again, that's, oh man, this is going to be getting down to just the last 9 minutes to go. Slater Colby having himself a really nice run, number 25. And looks like the sun is starting to peak out here just a little bit. I don't think the track will dry up, but the rain is definitely starting to let up. Hopefully a bit more grip given to these drivers, because they have gone this whole race, this whole 26 minutes so far, just fighting the car, fighting every single tiny little input, trying to keep off the rumble strips, trying to keep off the paint. While we have just a few moments time, I'll give you a crank it up here on Stam Studio Network. All right, crank it back down. Sean Stam back up here in the booth, back in the production trailer. What a pass there from Jake Steckler, able to get around Darren Colby there. I mean, Darren just forced it wide. It's gone. It's just like as we see here, but in a different corner. Jake runs wide here into the grass. Darren Colby right back around. Right as I was saying it. I think that's the Sean and Tater curse, but on the good end of Darren Colby, on the not so good end of Jake Steckler. And if you're just now joining us, Thiago P. De Lima is putting it on this field here tonight. Almost a 40-second gap to Nico Colby. Thiago must have the old experience in the rain. Sean and Tater Kirsch going to strike again, but he's got some gap to work with there. Is only going to lose just a second or two over Nico Colby. 7. Himself a really good run. Aliaxi, I think, best run here tonight, though. I mean, points-wise speaking, this is going to be a great run for them. Even P3 here tonight, that'll be some driver interviews going on for that number 19. We really don't have any battles on track at the moment now, because if you haven't spun off, you have toned this pace, and kind of mental fatigue is starting to wear at its most at this point in the race. Just 5 minutes to go. It just takes the tiniest little bit of a slip up, or you get into a corner just a little bit too deep. As here's an incident with Jason Holcomb just a few moments ago. So we hop on board with them here and then see what happens. This has been trouble corner, kind of coming back down the hill. Heavy contact on the front nose of that number 96. Does he get it righted? Nope. The reverse lights come on. I didn't even know. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I didn't know that was a thing. Cool. In any car, let alone the GR86, but that's pretty neat. Learn something new every day. Even on SSN, you don't expect to, but, well, here we are. Just 4 minutes to go. Lap times ranging, wow. In the driest portion of the track, Thiago put down a 143. His last lap was a 2:08. Goodness gracious. Nico Colby, his best lap time in the driest conditions was a 146, so 3 seconds slower than Thiago's best lap. His last lap time was a 152, so quite a bit faster than Thiago P. de Lima's last lap. Then if we compare Nico to Aliaxi right there behind, Ali, he's reeling him in just here a little bit, and then this now is comparing to Stone behind that number 19. So lap times are still kind of all over the place as drivers are continuing to find the ever-changing racing line. It's gone from dry-ish conditions to wet to even wetter. Or how do you... More wet? There you go. I don't know. Believe me, when you talk for 35 minutes on end, things definitely start not to make any sense. Everything becomes a tongue twister at this point. But I don't think the racetrack has become a problem here for Stone Colby tonight. He's had just one, maybe two incidents that I can put off the top of my head so far here tonight, but he's going to hopefully finish here back up to P4. That's an excellent kind of rebound of where he dropped back to after his off-track incident earlier, but unfortunately started up there P2, I do believe. Jake Steckler's trying to get back here to Mr. Darren Colby himself, our closest battle on track at the moment, but as time continues to dwindle down, gonna have to see just how close we are to this white flag coming out. Here comes Thiago P. de Lima towards the start-finish stretch. It's gonna be pretty close on the timing here. Or that was the sector loop, excuse me there. So it'll be close, but we should still have about 2 to go according to my math here. Nico Colby just needs to keep it on track to continue to round us out. Aliaxe P3 continuing to hold off a hard charging Stone Colby. All these Colby brothers, it's been so fun to watch these guys, all of these races in not only the GR86 Monday Nights League, but the multi-class league as well there Thursday nights. Always coming out, as now they brung out their dad, and I think one more Colby brother to come out as well with us, so that's pretty cool. Mama Colby there, sometimes joining us there in chats. Everybody, it's been neat to kind of learn these drivers, their racing styles, their racing habits, and also a little bit of things on and off the track that continue to learn about these drivers. Jake Steckler, he's having a good run here tonight, that 42 Red Bull GR86. As this is now most definitely the white flag for Thiago P. de Lima. I'm going to need to get with him and see how he has done this. I need to take down a little bit of notes. The number 86 in the Toyota GR86 class. White flag should be out here, 1 lap to go. Just needs to make this official. He could crawl around first gear around this place and solidify the win. It has been, I mean, I don't want to speak too soon here, but my goodness, what a run for Thiago P. de Lima, our one driver not shown in the United States. Not shown that flag here tonight. Thiago just needs to make this official. Really, it's hard to put into words how hard it is racing in the rain. Sure, you do have wet weather tires. They're treaded as well, but it really, we've maybe kind of seen the driver hand movements, but if that would be a fun video that I could kind of get into. The driver eye cams. Some videos that I've got into recently on the old GT4 versus NASCAR side of things. You see Exactly what I see, pretty much. It's cool to kind of hop back behind the scenes of when I am behind the wheel. Nico Colby just needs to hold off P2 on Aliaxi here, but still, regardless, a great run for these top 3 drivers. You best believe we'll be getting some driver interviews. Oh, that's Aliaxi hard contact from the front bumper of Steven Shakespeare. Thiago P. de Lima will come around, take the checkered flag. Congratulations, but this is some hard racing. Some magical gremlins going to fix Aliaxi's front bumper, but I don't know if they fixed it quick enough, because there goes Stone Colby right around, going to solidify for the moment that top 3 interview spot. Aliaxi says, hey, I'm not done just yet. Just crawling around here. Nico Colby, this will solidify Nico's P2 up here in front. Oh, you gotta hate that for Aliaxi. Just had nowhere to go except for the front bumper of Steven Shakespeare's Exalta machine. Gonna drop them down to P4, back to where they started. Ah, hate that. As now, now we're going for where did they go? Where they stop, nobody knows. Amethyst going to bring it home, P5. Excellent run for her. That number 37 here tonight, Daniel Higgins. Bring it home, hopefully P6. Going to try and fight off this hard at charging Slater Colby. Oh, we're going to bring it down to the line, just barely. Daniel Higgins, P6, right over Slater Colby, P7. Ooh, hard pinballing off the old guardrails. Goodness. Darren Colby will bring it home, P8. He was fighting it out earlier on. Had a little contact with Slater. We'll bring it home. Jake Steckler, P9. Brandon Birch and Steven Shakespeare, P11. Warren Johnson, P12. Jason Holcomb, P13. Joe Rainey and Robert Schweckler, P15. Myself, somehow, bringing it home, P16. Congratulations to, once again, Thiago P. de Lima. We're going to get some driver interviews started here in just a moment. Got to thank the sponsors, though, first. We'll be right back here on Stam Studio Network.
Racing.
Good to talk.
I am now, Mr. Warren Johnson. How's it going, man?
Going all right. Are we mid-interview now, or are we going commercial?
Yes, sir. We are on air now. How was the race,
boy.
man? Walk us through it.
Yeah, there's not much walking. It was a lot of sliding. I'll slide through it, I guess. But that was ridiculous.
Remember real quick that Instagram video I sent you of the dude on the motorcycle in the rain?
Yeah, that's exactly what it was today.
Yeah, you're exactly
that was
right.
exactly it. It was crazy out there. But hey, that's what I wanted it to be. I wanted a tough race, and these guys seemed to handle it pretty well. Actually, I was surprised on that first lap. There wasn't as much chaos as I was thinking there was going to be, and I was really hoping for a pit stop, but the track didn't dry up because iRacing, the settings are weird. I tried to make it happen, but next time we'll see if we can do a pit stop or something. But yeah, I mean, hey, it was still fun. I'm sweating like a motherfucker. It was bad, man, but it's still good. It's good racing, good fun.
Man, even the old practice session yesterday, I was all sweating like a dog there. Just a couple laps. Could not imagine 35 consecutive minutes. But,
yeah, it was. Oh. We had Nico counting down the time, and everyone's like, "What? 15? Damn it! Oh, 7 still." Oh. But yeah. Well, I just want to say one thing before I get out of here. Happy Easter to everybody. Christ is risen, and everybody have a good night.
Thanks, Warren.
All right.
Alrighty, real quick before we jump into the top 3, I'd like to move to the old Darren Colby, because we believe we're on board live when that happened. Walk us through the incident with, I think that was Slater.
I don't know what happened.
I'll
So
try
he
and
came up behind. He came up behind me, and I'm like, dude, what are you doing? Don't hit me now. And he goes, I'm drafting you, and then boom, and next thing I know, I'm sliding. So that's all right. I'll get even with him at Apex this weekend.
Oh, well, Darren, that was again fun to have you back out with us. How you liking the old the G-Force rig or the motion rig?
Well, the problem is this is the second time my motion goes out in qualifying with like 2 minutes to go, and I drive the race without motion. So it takes a minute to get used to it, and then it's fine. But yeah, I had no motion again. But I like motion. I just, for whatever reason, this is the second race now where no motion. But yeah, it's all right. I'd rather have it, but I'm figuring out how to drive without it.
I feel like that's probably the hardest thing is getting used to it in the first place and then immediately, not having it there for you. But congratulations here on your P8 here tonight in the old rain at Caldwell Park.
All right, cool. Thanks for putting it on again. It was awesome. Appreciate you guys.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to us. And we're going to jump now down to Stone Colby. Stone, you got a copy in the P3.
Yep, I'm here.
Hey, man. Alrighty, driving the 52 Toyota GR86. Walk us through your race tonight. Just how slick was it?
It was pretty frustrating. I was stoked to get P1 in qualifying, and then I just spun out on that corkscrew up the hill. And unfortunately, I was completely backwards. There was no easy way to get out of it, and it took forever to get back on the track. And then I spun there again, and then luckily in my favor, I honestly feel bad for Alacase, but he got caught up with a lapper on the last lap, and I ended up taking advantage of it. And at least I finished on the podium, qualifying in P1, but yeah, it was tough. I think I was just driving too timid the whole time instead of just driving how I know how to drive.
Real quick, I know you do so much racing in real life. Have you ever been behind the wheel when it is racing there? Or when it is raining, excuse me.
No, not yet, but Joe Rainey's done a bunch of races in the rain, and he was in the Discord chat, and he was saying that this isn't realistic at all. So I couldn't tell you. I've done plenty of rain races on dirt bikes, but not cars, so I have no idea.
No, I got you. Man, well, call them mud bikes at that point, right? Slinging up mud
Yeah,
everywhere.
mud bogging.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, Stone, thanks for taking the old time with us here, and congratulations once again on your P3. You're going to move up to your brother, Nico Colby, P2.
Thank you.
Thank you, buddy. Nico Colby, you got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got a copy.
Alrighty, even after a spin, you're going to conquer P2. Call it, what was a win without Thiago racing in that 20-second gap, or 30-second gap at the end of the race.
Yeah, that's crazy.
No kidding, man. He even had a few incidents of his own and still that big of a gap. But walk us through your race and how slick it was for you.
I qualified P3 and I had a bit of spins and stuff, but I got back up and everyone else was just spinning all over the place. Definitely a tough race. Had to save it a lot.
Are you mentally fatigued at all right now? Because I know I would be.
Sweaty.
Yes,
for sure. It just it was a tough one.
Well, hopefully, I don't think we have any more rain here in the rest of the season. But regardless, that was fun, Warren, and that was. I know that the rain, it didn't do what you wanted it to, but it still made for some pretty fun conditions to watch.
I thought it was still fun. Can you hear me?
Oh yeah, I got you.
Yeah. I thought it was still fun. I think there's 2 more rain races, but I think they may be both in the multi-class. But either way, you'll see some more rain from this league definitely this year. I'll try to get it set a little better next time with the weird. It doesn't dry up quick enough, but I mean, whatever. We'll get it working. I thought it was fun. Everyone was kind of tripping out at first and like, oh, I wonder if you probably won't get 5 people, but I think it'll still be fun.
Real quick before we move on to the race winner, Thiago, Nico, anybody you got a shout out for your P2 finish here tonight?
Just everyone that races, you guys, Warren for hosting the league, my family for watching, and all the people that watch this live stream.
Hey, it's growing. It's been steadily growing. So I think you guys keep it up. Keep on the great racing, and we'll see where this takes us. So congratulations once again, Nico, on your P2.
Thank you.
Alexei's here.
Oh boy. Okay.
Alexei.
Before we move on to Thiago, this is going to be one that we got to hear from. I know P4. We saw it on that last lap. What was going through your mind? Just nowhere to go?
I don't know really.
It happened
Probably
so
just
quick.
distraction in the slid like towards him, and or maybe anticipated he like rolled back and he didn't. So
Yeah, that was great battling up there with you and Nico. Colby, oh, yeah, just hard contact. And I know no damage, but it takes just a second for the car to repair itself, and then Stone able to make his way right around you there for that P3 spot. That was still, regardless, a really fun race there, though.
yeah, it is. Just a little bit of bad luck, but I'm super happy to be in P4. Just like I've been in the last place as usual.
Keeping right up there in the points. Actually, I appreciate you sticking around for the old late race interview.
Okay.
Alrighty, the man himself. He's going to conquer it. And also, I mentioned it earlier in the broadcast, you jumped right in the old NASCAR in my league and at Laguna Seca and took it to everybody. Congratulations on kind of a double win there, Thiago P. de Lima.
Thank you. Highly appreciate it. Oh my God, this race was so fun. You know, I think I was inspired by Senna. Oh my God, I was just sending it. I was not thinking about the race, you know, at any point. It was just like sending lap after lap. I mean, whatever. If I spun twice, but I was not like trying to make any strategy or anything like that. It was just really hot lapping.
Well, tell us, was it the new monitor?
Yes, probably the new monitor, maybe. Yes,
No kidding.
Not the new monitor, but probably my pedal setup. I went to redo my pedal base this weekend, and when I moved the monitor stand, I hit the wheel and I broke my center screen. So yeah, but anyway, I did the pedal base again, and it's rock solid right now. So maybe it's helping a little bit as well.
Yeah, no kidding, 30-second gap to you. Congratulations for really conquering Cadwell Park here, especially in these wet, treacherous conditions. Is there anybody that you like to shout out here for tonight?
I mean, as always, I'd like to shout out all the drivers that makes it happen, and you, Stan, for always putting a show, and Warren for organizing the league. You know, the league is really fun. I'm running for the championship now. I mean, I think I'm getting some breath right now because the Colbys, they race really well as a team, you know. So yes, you know, they are really smart as a team.
I'm starting to see that as well. And I know Darren Colby was saying earlier, you know, don't push me now or something. But yeah, it's a lot of pushing, especially on the straightaways that we have. And teamwork will make the dream work, even in the old GR86 Challenge Sim League.
Yes, and they are doing it very well on our last race, Indy race,
Yes.
that Nico won. They did it very well, you know.
The longer the straightaways, I think the better probability that we're going to see Colby brother end up in victory lane. Or dad at this point. We see you there, Melina, there in chat, saying the last Colby is a football player, trying to get him to race. So, Thiago, you might have one more to hold off here coming up.
Oh my God, it's gonna be tough.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, well, thank you everybody once again, especially you guys watching there in YouTube land. We could not do this without you. I'm gonna go catch my plane ride home, but everybody have a great rest of your night, and if you are driving home, drive home safe in these wet, treacherous conditions. Thank you, everybody. My name is Sean Stam. Have a great rest of your night.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank
Have a good
you.
night.